This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 224, 3 Simple Ways to Burst with Joy Every Single Day, by Stefany Land with goodlifezen.com. Hey, happy March 1st and welcome to Optimal Relationships Daily. I'm your host, Joss Marie, and today I'm going to narrate a post from Good Life Zen that offers guidance for integrating joy into your life. Here on the show, I try and bring you some of the best relationship content out there regarding dating, marriage, parenting, and so much more. And we're actually trying to focus on expanding our list of authors for the show right now. So please let us know if you have ideas for new ones. You can reach out to us right at oldpodcast.com or on our Facebook page. Just search for Optimal Living Daily in Facebook and request access to join. Or the shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook. But for now, let's hear today's post and start optimizing your life. 3 Simple Ways to Burst with Joy Every Single Day, by Stefany Land with goodlifezen.com. Have you ever wondered if you'll ever experience joy? I mean, true joy or happiness? Do you sometimes ask yourself what is needed to change your life around? I did. Science says that happiness is a mental and/or emotional state of well-being defined by positive or pleasant emotions ranging from absolute contentment and joy. But science also says that 50% of our happiness is genetic. So if you come from a long line of people having a mood disorder, you might have it too, which will definitely affect your happiness. And there's more. Apparently, 10% is environmental. And since you single-handedly cannot change your environment, we are not going to let that bother us. But what science says about the last percentage is the most interesting. 40% of your happiness is within your control, which means it may be your beliefs, your job, how you see the world, and so on. Well, if that is so, then let's focus on the 40% within your control. Here are 3 easy steps to start today to bring you to that mental and emotional state of well-being you crave. 3 things you need to do to burst with joy. To secure your happiness, you need to start by learning and implementing these secrets. Number 1, stop trying to please everyone around you. You might be an empath and feel the pain of everyone else. You might find it difficult to say no to others even when you don't want to say yes. You might be the type of person that runs to everyone's rescue. Some of these people may mean the world to you, but you cannot do everything for everyone. You don't need anyone to approve of you. You don't always have to make someone else happy if you are going to be unhappy afterward. What you need to do is respectfully say no to people. You have a life of your own, and that life should come first. Often, people who are people pleasers end up being taken advantage of a lot. And the truth is, nobody wants to be taken advantage of. Most people guard their heart and act less than nice just because they fear being taken advantage of. But because you are such a helper, you get taken advantage of too often. You might know this is happening, but you just can't seem to make it stop. The best way to stop it is to say no whenever you are not in the position to help. Instead, concentrate on living your life to please the only person whose approval you can't be happy without, you. Quote, "What you think of yourself is much more important than what other people think of you." Seneca. Number 2, never let your career decide your worth. We all need to work for a living, and often that means we rely on someone else recognizing our worth, acknowledging it, and rewarding us. That's how we advance in our careers, which is fine. From a young age, we have been taught to show our worth to our boss, which is also fine since you need to prove yourself suitable for your job. The danger is, however, basing your worth solely on what you've accomplished professionally. This is an absolute way to becoming unhappy. When you do this, you are letting someone else decide your value. Of course, you should work hard and put your all into your job professionally. However, do not let that be your only driving force for happiness. Instead, accept the rewards of your hard work, promotions, incentives, and pay raise with love, and don't do more than is needed of you. Many times we try to impress our boss by doing way more than is expected to get that promotion. But what if the boss simply doesn't acknowledge your hard work? Of course you'll feel unhappy. Instead, base your happiness on your own recognition and choose what you value the most. Number 3, Don't go searching for happiness. Most of us search for happiness. We believe that if we actively go after that which we want, we will instantly become the happiest version of ourselves. This couldn't be further from the truth. Think about all the time you set out to achieve a goal. Even though you made a plan to achieve it, you encountered major setbacks caused by circumstances out of your control. Logically, you start to feel anxious, doubtful, and afraid. These became your dominant feelings, even if subconsciously. These emotions are of a lower vibration, while happiness is a higher vibration. What happens is the lower vibrations slow the higher vibrations down. So if you want to be happy, give up on the thought of being happy. Instead, base your happiness on today. The only time you can actually experience the feeling of happiness is in the present. The past is gone and cannot be changed, and the future is uncertain. Now is the only time you are actually alive, can act, and can decide to be happy. Now is where all the wonders happen. Now is when you should live. I'm not saying that you shouldn't plan for the future. You actually should. It is healthy to set goals. Setting goals and reaching them gives meaning to life. But it is more important to live in the now. Burst with joy today. Imagine waking up in the morning, fully energized with a smile on your face, getting ready to do the job you love instead of worrying about the stressful day ahead at work. And while at work, imagine not stressing for 1 minute. Why? Because you know that you have the ability to respectfully say no to people, especially to those who use you. Think about how good that will make you feel. Not only will it uplift your spirit, but it will also ward off the users and abusers out of your life. Understanding and implementing these 3 happiness rules will certainly transform your life. But remember, all good habits need time to build. So take your time, implement these rules, and welcome true joy and happiness into your life. You just listened to the post titled, 3 Simple Ways to Burst with Joy Every Single Day by Stefany Land with goodlifezen.com. Stefany is actually a guest author on Good Life Zen whose lifelong mission is to help people stay positive and become the greatest version of themselves. So thank you to my husband Lee Rankinen for picking today's episode, and also to Good Life Zen for letting us share it. Hopefully it'll kick your day off right and leave you feeling a little more joyful. As always, thanks for joining me here, and I hope to see you again tomorrow with a parenting post from Family Optimized, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode. And head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.